Hi, this is Chandrika again from Synecrron. I just wanted to make this short video because we have received a lot of messages asking us to make another video and explain a little more on the admission procedures. So that's how I ended up making this video. Okay, now what we believe in Synecrron as the school's outreach program is not just flyer distribution, putting up flex banners, putting up boards, going to an apartment, conducting a drawing competition, a painting competition. Yes, of course, these are all a very small part of our outreach programs, but we don't believe this is what works for schools to get admissions. Like I always say, the main role of a school is to educate. You are not selling a product where you just have to go and distribute flyers and put up banners and say, listen, we are selling this product, come and purchase. No. We always feel you should just educate the crowd as to what you're doing, and that should be enough for parents to come and take the admissions. Now again, talking about the outreach programs, it's not just about what you do outside. What you do inside your school also matters. Now sadly, when I visited a couple of schools in the last week, I understood there's a lot of groundwork that you will have to do at the school level as well. So like for example, when a parent walks in, you have to give him a very good feel. You have to have boards, you will have to have directions indicating where he has to go and meet the admission counselor. You should not be asking where should I go, because like for example, even when I visited a school, I was not even not aware of where do I go. I didn't even know where the reception is, so I had to ask the security, and then again even after the security told, the school was pretty big, so I had to again go looking for the campus again. I had to ask a couple of people as to where the front office is and where do I go to the office. So this should not be the case. See, schools, you actually teach a lot, so practice what you preach. Ensure that you are well organized when a parent visits your school. So please ensure when a parent visits your school, everything is self-explanatory. He doesn't have to ask people for anything. And the next important step, when he visits the admission office, please ensure everything is organized, right? From your newspapers, the magazines, the chairs, the tables, the staff have to be appropriately dressed. Now, what is appropriately dressed is a very vast subject, so I don't want to get into it. Some schools prefer having traditional wear, some wear saris, some wear suits. That's up to you. So you need to define what your dress code is. But I would always suggest, since it's an educational institute, please ensure you choose a presentable dress code. And even the admission officer that is meeting the parent has to be very presentable. She herself has to be convinced as to you have the best quality education in your school. Only then she will be able to convince the parent. And the second important thing for an admission counselor is she should be very organized. Please ensure that she doesn't go running look for an inquiry form, a pen, once the parent is already sitting in your admission office. Things have to be organized in such a way that she just have to pick up her examination your inquiry form or your pen and give it to the parent to fill it up. She should not run around looking for them. It will look very unorganized. We are school, so we need to be really organized and ensure. And most of the times, like yesterday, I witnessed an admission inquiry happening in one of the schools. There's an admission officer talking to the parent, and there's a lot of chaos around them. There's one staff member coming and telling this is not there, that bus is not reached, this parent is having transport issues. Please ensure the entire atmosphere when you're meeting a parent is very pleasant. You can hold, or you have a dedicated cabin or a dedicated place where you do this admission counseling and avoid all such disturbances. And I saw the parent was mostly concentrating on what was happening around him than what the admission counselor was telling. Apparently, I'm very sorry, but even it wasn't very pleasant for him to sit there and experience that. But then these are things that you need to make a note of. You might feel it is not affecting, but trust me, it makes a lot of impact. So that's when you need to make sure that the entire experience is very pleasant for a parent. Second thing, when you go on a campus tour, when you're going on a campus tour, please ensure your entire campus is neat and clean. Especially the staff room. Staff room is a place where your educators are sitting. They are using that room the entire day. So please ensure it's neatly organized. You don't have papers flowing everywhere, bags floating everywhere. So you have to ensure your entire campus is neatly organized, right from your classrooms to your staff room to everything that you're going to show to the parent. Please ensure that everything is neat and clean. And even if they are wanting to meet the educators, teachers, please be more than pleased to introduce them to your teachers. And in fact, you can have a brief session with your teachers and coordinators as to how they will be talking to these parents. Now, most of the cases, it's very difficult for the management to look into every small thing. Like I said, that's when Synecrron comes into picture. What we do is we work from the ground level. So we ensure, we just don't ensure the parents coming into your gate. We also ensure when a parent is walking into your gate, he walks out only after he closes his admission. So you have to make that entire experience, an entire journey, a very impressive one for any parent to close the admission. So this is one thing that most of the schools are losing out on. They're mostly concentrating on doing marketing outside with these flyers and boards and whatnot. But everybody is forgetting that the kind of experience the parent is coming and experiencing inside your school. Also, please ensure when you do the follow-up calls and when you basically follow up with the parent, in case he happens to tell you, sorry, I have already taken the admission in another school, don't immediately bang the phone. You please tell him, sir, we completely respect your decision. As a parent, you have all the right to decide what is good for your child. But we would only take 2 minutes of your time to understand and get your feedback. Please collect the feedback from the parent so you will know where you need to work on. That really helps. Even after the entire admission counseling is over, the admission counselor should not sound very desperate on asking, when will you get back to us? When should we call you? When will you come to pay the admission fees? No. Conclude the entire admission very smoothly, saying, please take your time, sir. We understand you will definitely decide what is good for your child, but we will be more than happy to have your child amongst us. So you have to conclude it with a positive note and don't sound very desperate. I hope this helps. If you have any queries, please feel free to message us. We will definitely get back to you with another informative video. Thank you.